Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Insights with Soularis, where I'm your host, Jennifer, a tarot reader for over 10 years, but I am certified in over a dozen healing modalities. At the end of the day, I always say I'm just a channel of spirit. So, regardless of what classes I've taken, I am giving messages for those who find me. And as we're talking about messages, I always like to start out with a message with the collective. And if any of you listening are interested in astrology or things like that, you'll know there is a lot of things happening right now with the planets. So Mercury is approaching retrograde, Venus is approaching retrograde. We have an eclipse coming up. Is also coming up to spring. So we have the spring equinox, we have Ramadan, and we have Easter just around the corner. But whatever you believe in, the themes are the same as it's coming together as a time of rebirth and renewal. So we had a lot of months of stagnation, of like from July up into this point of July of last year up to this point, there was a lot of stagnation. And so now we're getting and we're picking up more energy. And you may feel a little bit anxious. Like some of you may be like, okay, things are changing. I don't know what's changing, but I feel like something's a big about to happen. And it is. A lot of changes is coming for each of us in our individual lives. We're going to see that in our community, and we're going to see that worldwide. But keep going. Any skilled work that you are working towards, or you are trying to build yourself up, build a better foundation, learn new things, grow. That is all being supported right now, especially as we're approaching spring. If you're on the same hemisphere as me, everything is coming together and everything is moving in a cycle. And we are about to begin another cycle as we go through rebirth. And this is the year of the 9. So in numerology, this is a lot from anywhere from ending cycles and really looking at what you want to bring in, because that is going to repeat as we go back to 1 next year. And that is going to be about you and standing in your confidence. So it's going to be a lot of changes coming up. So hang in there. So even if you do have a little bit of worry or anxiety, know that it is going to be okay. There's just going to be a little hiccups on the way. So just continue on and know that the wheel is always turning in your favor. And we are going to go to our caller for tonight. So we have Jennifer from Canada. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I love being on here. So what type of questions did you have?
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of in limbo to understand what I'm supposed to be doing as my purpose, my life purpose. And I feel like I'm losing my direction in life, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. Not that you're losing direction, but I understand where you're coming from. Now, the first 2 things that are coming up is trusting the process. And I know that's always easier said than done. Always that type of motivational talk where you're like, yeah, I know, but it doesn't really help. But there is trust also around romance. So are you currently in a relationship?
It's complicated.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm seeing a little bit of back and forth here, a little bit of conflict. That's fine. Things happen. All right. Why I'm bringing this up, because this is kind of attached to your outlook on life. So whenever we're in complicated situations, any type of, whether it's relationships, friendships, all interactions we have with another person, we are exchanging energy to some extent, whether that's just a hello, giving compliments, or like, hey, I like your shoes. It's still a transaction that we're doing. And it seems like this particular energy, it's not bad, not good. It's just the situation that you're in, and that's okay. But it is it's making you more confused. All right. So if you continue and work a little bit harder to help clarify the situation, the rest of it's going to begin to unfold as in your direction in life and make it a little bit clearer. So it's not just about your sole purpose, if you want to call it that, but it's about making sure that you feel fulfilled. And at this time, you're feeling lost because that fulfillment is not there emotionally. And so it's just causing all this confusion. And so why we have that kind of disappointment energy in like the past situation going into the present, I really love that you have a lot of strength around you. You have a lot of inner strength too and grit. You also have a lot of friends around you or people you can really count on to help you through all situations. And even though like sometimes you may not want to reach out all the time, the people are there waiting for you. And if you haven't in a while, I would say go ahead and go have a drink with your friends or just go out and get something to eat. Do something to bring that together, to bring a little bit more joy back in, to allow that disappointment energy to just flow away for a little bit and come back to yourself. Underneath all of this, your wishes are coming true, your concerns are fading away, and you're getting joy back in life. And I'm do seeing in the higher position, what we're coming forward to is a form of karmic cycles coming to an end, which is a very good thing, especially if you want to move forward in your life path. So as you're clearing out these karmic cycles, especially regarding relationships, again, it doesn't have to be a bad outcome, or it's just, okay, this is a situation or something to learn from it, may turn out very good. We may have to walk away. That has not been clarified yet, but what is being clarified is that you are learning something, and this is learning your inner strength to become you again. And what I mean by that is becoming you, yourself, is knowing what you stand for, having strong boundaries, and really stepping up and enjoying all parts of your life. If you remember, when was the last time you really laughed hard, or you had your favorite food, or you sat back and you created a big comfort meal just for yourself, or you just slept in an extra 10 minutes? It's those things that you should consider bringing more into your life of, because that physical sensation does bring you some emotional fulfillment. And again, this is a lot about that lost direction, is there is a lack of emotional fulfillment. So really stepping into your feminine energy as well, going in and allowing yourself to receive is going to help you find that path where like, okay, now I'm ready. So there is a lot of nurturing energy around here. So this could be, let's see, giving a lot of advice to somebody. I do see a soulmate type connection being solidified in your future. It's not going to be straight away. There could be two conflicting energies coming in, so two different types of men. But ultimately, this energy is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment because there is this motherhood feeling. You don't necessarily have to be a mother, but that nurturing energy is really shining through you, and your soul feels happy when you have that emotional fulfillment, because when you're happy, you just share it with everyone. Like it would be like the stereotypical grandmother is going in and you're baking cookies for your grandchildren. It's that same nurturing energy. It's just love. It's simple. It's love. And that's what your soul is calling for you. So you have a lot of options. Like there's not one set things like, this is the best thing that you can do for your soul purpose. It's not about that, because for you and for your soul, it's about love. It's about being happy and enjoying your life. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's simple. It's hot. Not. It's kind of hard when you're more vague out there with your reason why you want it to reincarnate on this earth. But I am seeing possibly walking into something with the justice field. This could be a variety of things, helping people with contracts, with taxes, or going into the courthouse and getting a type of federal job. Whatever that is, it is a cycle coming back. So if you had like a family member, like an uncle or a father who worked in law enforcement of some type, you may start getting a little bit of information like, maybe I want to step into that. Social justice as well. I'm hearing that. that is still mostly about karmic cycles, but if you're interested in that law enforcement field, that is highlighted here as being successful for you. But ultimately, your goal is for your sole purpose is to be happy and to find that clarity. And clarity is coming to you, especially around romances. And I just want you to know that you are showing up as the Empress. The Empress is the tarot card, is a fantastic feminine energy, nurturing, loving. She also understands her worth. So if you're messing around and you're in this complicated situation with somebody, stand back into your power. Say, okay, what do I want to do about this? Okay, do I want to continue to nurture this relationship and try to work through it? Do I pull back my energy, start creative projects to help my energy flow a little bit more so I'm not so reactive in situations, and then we can approach each other as on a more emotional level, as a more practical level, rather than any type of heated arguments. Bring that power back to yourself and bring in your family too. Spend more time with your family over the next couple of weeks if you're able to. I do see the month of August and then the month of May being really important for your personal growth. So keep those in mind. Also Aries season. So if you all have an Aries near you, that can be a little bit more temperamental. They will come in and cause a little bit of burden, heartbreak, but that's okay. It's passing. It's going to be rather painful, but it's going to be quick. So that is moving quickly. But it's all about you coming to loving yourself because you worked hard. You have the great foundation. It's about regaining your personal spark, and that's your purpose, is being able to come back to yourself after everything you have experienced and say, I love myself and I know what I'm worth. Do you need any clarifications, Jennifer?
Well, it's interesting that you said the law field, just because lately, I don't know why, but I started thinking like paralegal or something along that line because it's still helping people. But I'm very confused because I like helping people. I went through for massage therapy. It didn't necessarily work out the way I wanted it to. I'm just finishing my life coaching course, and I really do, because people come to me with all their stuff all the time, and I'm like a mother hen, and I do listen, and I guide, and I help. And
consider that law enforcement. We're almost out of time. Consider that law enforcement, and particularly divorce court or with children, helping those being released from entrapment is really important. So if you can get into there, that law enforcement will help you because you got the empathy and you have the skills for it.